All right, well, here we go. First thing here, we got a sump pump. Looks pretty old. Looks like a Liberty pump, possibly. It's got a check valve. I don't think this thing might be working. It's been here for a minute. Got a little bit of water right here in the vapor barrier. I think this Crawlspace is going to be something. Just took a glimpse over there where we got to crawl. All right, well, here we go. Yeah, looks like we haven't had somebody down here doing any kind of work in a while. Maybe some HVAC work. Got some insulation falling down here. Vapor barrier looks like it's been a long time. Some moisture coming in, some debris. Here's your water heater. A little rusty. Once again, it's right on the ground. That thing's not going to last too long. You can already see some rust build up around the bottom. They definitely installed that after the French drain was put in. I can see the gravel there from the French drain. A little bit of rust. Yeah, that thing's not going to last too long. Well, those vent covers definitely, they're not working at all, so I'm sure we're going to see some critters down here. Or at least maybe some evidence. Hopefully no critters. Insulation once again falling down. It's never a good sign. Definitely smells down here. Very musky. Smells very like animal. That's that screen right there. Wide open. Definitely snakes get in here. Chipmunks. You name it. Yeah, I smell yeah, there you go. A little fecal matter. It's pretty gross. Yeah, you know, as many crawl spaces as you go in, you kind of don't get used to them, especially when they're nasty. Look at all this fecal matter. Oh my God, this is nasty. Some water right there. Smells like sewage water. I don't think it is. It's just, you know, you smell this in the house. I mean, you have to. You never get used to this. This is something you just don't get used to. You don't know what you're gonna come up on. It's spray foamed. I see spray foam all around where the vent going up to the to the houses with the HVAC, air conditioning, and heating. Look at that. Oh my God. You know, you just don't know what you're gonna get into down here. Obviously, you've had some people working. You know, you don't know what kind of animal you're going to get into, any kind of electrical lines. You got all this insulation falling down. It's just nasty. There's fecal matter everywhere, wet insulation. Look at this fungus. My God. This is obviously a very failed inspection. Multiple things I would have done. Number one, check the French drain, make sure that thing is working properly. Definitely look at that. That's a larger turd, right? That's a larger animal, which I'm not surprised because that crawl space door was there. Look at this water there. I don't know where that water even came from. There's no pipes over here. You know, when you get some heavy rain, sometimes it takes a while for it to evaporate. As it does evaporate, you know, that wood sucks it up. Your insulation sucks it up. Just a big ball of insulation falling down. Like I said, it just smells absolutely nasty. So hard to get around. The HVAC guys just left a few things behind. Look at this. Fungus everywhere. Insulation falling down everywhere. We're talking big bucks. This isn't a small crawl space. This is a pretty big crawl space. You know, it's going to take a minute to get this place up and running. Pieces of ductwork there. You know, guys, whoever's doing any work in crawl spaces, take your job with you, man. I mean, that's what I highly recommend. Just piles up. You know, it's not a dumpster. I always tell people, look at that. Fecal matter everywhere. Everywhere I put my hands, there's like a pile of turd. I don't know what that is. Cat turd, possum turd, raccoon turd. I don't know. Hope nothing's down here. Insulation falling down. Just really reeks. I know they smell this, but after a while, I guess you get used to that smell. And that's pretty nasty. No, you shouldn't get used to any of this. You should always pop your head as a homeowner. Get down in the crawl space. Take a look and see if there's any AC lines that are down, any critters. Any insulation that's already fallen down, just get rid of it. Just pull it out. Get a big, giant garbage bag. Just chuck it in there. Have a good vapor barrier. Anchor it down to the ground so people don't, drag their feet. When you crawl, you can't help to drag your toes. Kind of take the vapor barrier with you sometimes. You don't realize what you're doing. You got mildew, fungus all on your wood beams. That's just nasty. That's going to lead to wood decay. And it's going to lead to a lot more money to fix. Already, I'm going to recommend a recheck on the French drain. Definitely ask some pump ones are working. A new vapor barrier for sure. Or if you're going to encapsulate the crawl space, rip everything out. Vapor barrier, all this insulation. Get rid of it. Every little bit of it. Get this place encapsulated. Like I said, check that French drain. We're getting into big bucks already. But this is what happens. You neglect the crawl space or whatever the case may be. You don't have somebody check up on it. And then this is what happens through time. This is the other side of the crawl space. Got wires hanging down. Here we go. We got a support beam over here. I don't know what this thing is doing. Look at this support beam. What could that possibly be doing besides nothing? Look at that gap. It's not doing anything. Some guy just came here, laid some blocks down, put a brick. That thing is leaning. Oh my God, the leaning Tower of Pisa. And that's no good. Water coming in through the foundation walls. This crawl space is just nasty all around. If you guys can actually literally put a smell to what you're looking at right now, yeah, urine, poop, a hamster cage, all combined together in one. It's just disgusting. Anybody that's got to come down here to do any kind of work, they're going to charge you extra just to work in this kind of environment. It's nasty. You'd have to pay your guys a lot of money to come down here and work so you don't hear them complain. I'm sorry, that is part of the cost. Depending on the company you do. If you do it yourself, hallelujah, you save a lot of money. But for the most part, this HVAC system these ductwork, it doesn't look too old. Looks like they probably replaced the HVAC system not too long ago. And they stopped there. I don't know, they may ran out of money. I mean, that's pretty important to have, but still a nice clean crawl space. Even a new vapor barrier, get rid of the insulation, just the bare minimum. Look at this urine. So there's a paw prints right here. Look at this. Nasty. That's all urine right there. Could have been a cat. I'm just going to move that out of the way so I can crawl over this, because I'm not going to. I'll end up smelling like this all day long. I wear a crawl suit, thank God. Some plumbing work. Looks like some plumbing work has been done here. Maybe recently. Put a jack. At least I put a couple of blocks. That's pretty good. That jack's not going anywhere. Maybe the plumber put it up there when he was fixing something. Not sure. But you can definitely tell that there was something being fixed. They had a sewage leak. Something happened. Look at all this mess. But they left the mess behind. They left all the mess behind. Look, I'm not saying you got to eat out of your crawl space, but this is just nasty. Somebody's going to buy this house. Somebody does not want to inherit this mess. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost the buyer. It's going to cost everybody. This is all going to cost people some kind of money, inconvenience, whatever the case may be. All that water comes into that lower brick. We're heading back to the crawl space door now. I didn't even go all the way to the back. I got to put the camera away so I can do a proper inspection and crawl all the way back there again, see what's going on. Folks, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe. Look at this turd. I don't know what the heck this is. Oh, God. It's got like some kind of fungus spores growing out of it. All you guys have been subscribing to me, leaving me comments. I appreciate you so much. Keeping this channel rolling. Thank you for everything, for all the things you do. You gotta love your castle, love your home. This is your home. One day you want to try to get full value for it. Well, this is gonna be either your home forever or somebody else's home, but either way, you don't want this to cost you more money. Here's that well again. I don't know. Anyway, thanks guys. You take care of yourselves. God bless. Well, that was quite the little journey there. After all is said and done with this one, that was pretty nasty. Between the insulation and fecal matter, water intrusion, fungus, mildew, mold, just old plumbing repairs that just really haven't been cleaned up down here. This was pretty nasty crawl space. Shouldn't be like this. French drain that's there. Doesn't look like it's working. It doesn't look like it's working at all. Some pump wasn't even turning on. Who knows? Vapor barrier. It's there, but it was just really nasty, nasty, nasty. Smells horrible. Well, you gotta be breathing that stuff inside the house. In this crawl space, no question about it. I'd have to take a look and see what's wrong with the drain. Maybe it's clogged up. A new vapor barrier. Rip out all the insulation out of there. Get rid of it. If you're gonna replace it, that's your choice. I wouldn't recommend it in this area. Definitely get new vents around the house. I mean, if you're looking at a cost, you know, you're going to get up there around just to get this place up and running. If you're looking about getting an encapsulation to help out some of this mildew and fungi, you're definitely going to get up in there. You know, depending on what the French drain is doing. I don't know if it's clogged or what's the story with that. You're definitely up there around maybe $20,000 to get this place up and running, clean out get rid of all the insulation. That's if you're going to replace it, which I wouldn't recommend. But you're up there around 20 grand just to get this crawl space. New crawl door. Maybe somebody will throw that in if you give them the job. But more than likely they probably wouldn't. But if you're going to do it yourself, you'll save a bunch of money. But I'm telling you, this is not easy work. I can barely film and crawl at the same time. This is not easy work. You definitely want to, if you're young enough to do it and you feel good and you're willing to do it, then have at it. You'll save thousands of dollars, but you definitely want to have a professional take care of this. And make sure that you do it right, and they do it right. Everybody does it right. But in this case, this house would not pass an inspection. This house would have to hold up before closing until this gets remediated. Unfortunately, that's what happens with most of these houses that I have to deal with. You know, I cannot allow a new homeowner to move into this house knowing that this crawl space would be in this kind of condition. But then again, it's not my call. Yeah, I'm sure there's some haggling they can do back and forth with some money. But at the end of the day, hopefully they choose the right path, which would be get the crawl space fixed up and do the right thing. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And thank you guys so much for hanging with me. And it's been a journey. A lot of crawl spaces. But anyway, God bless you. I'll see you in the next one.